Yeah, that's okay. Thanks. Sorry, just messing with the lighting a little bit. Hi, everybody. It's Thursday. It's November...
Oh, I don't know.
It's November...
12th.
12th.
November 12th. Oh, that's my cousin Kim's birthday. Happy birthday, Cousin Kim.
Happy birthday, Cousin Kim. Oh, very nice. You know what? Does it still look too bright?
Too bright?
You tell me. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't care. You think I didn't mess with the other one at all? Should I mess with that one?
No.
Put that back.
Yeah. Go back. Yeah, that one. Oh, the far left.
Lighter or darker?
Little darker, a little bit. Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna try that.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. Okay. Hi. Don't mind us. It's what'd you say? November 12th.
November 12th.
It's Thursday, November 12th.
Cousin Kim's birthday.
Cousin Kim's birthday. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown. Nice to see you all. Hope you all had a nice Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed your Wednesday. Whoops.
Yeah, it was a weird day. It was like it's rainy all day long, so it was like kind of like, I don't know. I don't do well on rainy days. I have no idea why. But yeah, it was kind of a weird day for me. We had and we even had like, not a great night. We had a wake to go to, and so kind of a blah day. But is there something wrong?
I'm just not seeing the comments.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Govsradio.com is the website. You can see our show there. Gov's Comedy Club Radio is the Facebook page. You can see our show there. Gov's Comedy Club Radio is the YouTube channel where you can watch our show there as well. You having trouble there too?
Yeah, I'm having trouble because I don't seem. Let me play with it for a little bit, but I don't seem to be able to like normally it's like a shorter version and you could pick a show. So when I pick like this or this, it's not saying share. So.
Well, you just.
You got it.
Go back.
It said
share this video with friends.
All right.
What is it? I don't know. I've never seen that.
Yeah. I'm really tired of Facebook. Facebook's like such a pain in the neck.
Hang on, bear with us a second here.
Oh, good. That wasn't there before. Yay.
Hello, Kenny Shevlin. What? Kenny Shevlin?
Butt sex Goldilocks.
We know what he did. Kenny, don't forget, Kenny, I wanted to remind you that I know you did something with Lisa Lampanelli recently, and I know you. She's a comedian.
In your class, right?
No, she's a comedian. And we never discussed that with you. I'm waiting until we get our phone lines back up, so we can really properly talk about it. As long as you don't talk about butt sex.
He's gonna talk about butt sex.
Well, true. So we know what Kenny did yesterday. Hope he was a nice guy.
You can't hold him back.
So the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show on govsradio.com. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show brought to you by Roslyn Social, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Their rooftop lounge is open. They're open for takeout, curbside pickup, delivery, and they're on your favorite food service apps. Even their famous cocktails and desserts are available to go as well. So check out Roslyn Social, 516-801-4963. 516-801-4963. Ask for Nick. Great food, great atmosphere, great place. That's the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge. Of course, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims.
Wow.
Wow. Two Eagles Auto Body handles foreign and domestic automobiles and motorcycles using such techniques as state-of-the-art paint spray booths and computer color matching. In the event of an accident, Two Eagles Auto Body has their own tow trucks and will walk you through the process from start to finish. From tow through insurance process to return of your vehicle, we are with you. So please call Two Eagles Auto Body. Two Eagles Auto Body at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527. Located in New Hyde Park. Ask for John Rossi. Thank you from Two Eagles Auto Body. Hello, Tommy. Hello, Sal. Thanks for tuning in. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Gina Conjemi Coffin, licensed real estate broker with Signature Premier Properties. 631-495-7696. 631-495-7696. Gina is a fantastic real estate broker. She did an amazing job with selling my house. She will do an amazing job with selling your house. 631-495-7696. Gina will work so hard for you and sell your house so fast it'll make your
Head spin.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Bella Vista Pizza.
Bella Vista Pizza. Sorry, really. I've been like, it was like weird Sharon, so now I'm just getting into my groove, so sorry. I don't think I'll be behind, but...
Oh, that's too bad. Bella Vista Pizza, 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. 154 Minetto Hill Road in Plainview. Centrally located on Long Island, so it's convenient to get to. They also deliver fantastic food, great service, fun place. 516-433-4464. 516-433-4464. Tell Bella Vista Pizza that Knockem Dead Comedy sent you. You get a free garlic knot. Those guys are the best. We love Bella Vista Pizza. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show on govsradio.com. Govsradio.com would like to thank you for watching this station during this crazy year. We hope we've kept you entertained to some degree. And now is a great time to show Gov's Comedy Club Radio some love. You can go to teespring.com. You can go to teespring.com and you scroll down till you see the search bar and type in Gov's Radio in that search bar, and that'll take you to our page on teespring.com, where we're selling all sorts of swag. You can get a t-shirt, you can get a hat, you can get a mug, you can even get face masks with the Gov's Radio logo on it, or maybe your favorite show on Gov's Radio's logo, or maybe even both. That's right, there's lots of cool stuff there, so get your Gov's Radio swag at teespring.com. Teespring.com. The money goes right back into the station. This studio is currently going under renovations. We're going to have our microphones and our phones and all the good technology back up and running very soon. It also, of course, goes to bringing you the best quality entertainment that we can possibly give you. The kind of entertainment that you would expect from Governor's Comedy Club. The best comedians, the funniest people, and lots of great shows here. Hello, Angela. Hello, Nicole. Thanks for tuning in this morning. And of course, govs.com is the website to the club where you can find out what's cooking, what's happening. And you can get on their mailing list where you get exclusive information, and you can get on their you get their mailing list, and you can get some free passes to the club to any of their shows. That's right. And I forgot, on Teespring, we're off this morning, right? Oh, this is a weird day.
I'm done, so.
Okay. And on Teespring, if you send us a photo of yourself with the Govs Radio swag, send it to us on Facebook, and we'll get you a free pass to the club that way too. So there's a few different cool ways to get yourself some passes to any of the 3 great Governor's Comedy Clubs. 3 clubs, 5 stages, all of them great shows. Governor's Comedy Club. So again, go to govs.com, go to teespring.com, govsradio.com, where you can learn all about the shows here and see our scheduling and what's happening around here. And last but not least, go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. That is the name of the show, the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. The name of the show is Knockem Dead Comedy because that is the comedy troupe that Sallie and I work with. We offer audience interactive comedy shows. Comedic murder mysteries, comedic kid shows, comedic game shows. even custom comedy entertainment. You want something completely different, completely customized for your event, we can make that happen for you. Whether it's your corporate event, a fundraiser, a private party, or you just have an establishment and you'd like to have an event, Knockem Dead Comedy is the people to call. We've been around for a long time. I personally have been doing custom comedy shows, audience interactive shows for 25 years. So look up Knockem Dead Comedy.
Oh, that's what he did. I was like, Joe Stas got off for good behavior, but he didn't because his name is now
Joey Stas.
Joey Stas. So his wife said,
"Get off my profile."
Yeah, she's like, I thought about it. I do not trust you messing up my life for a week. Go have dinner at your mother and my mother's house and get your own post.
Nikki's watching as well. Hello, Nikki. Tommy McNulty. Best quality and no green screen background, please.
I think people are sick of green screens.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That is interesting that you brought it up, Tommy, because some people have asked for it here. But no, we have no plans on doing it.
When you watch it a lot, you get sick of it because people like come out of the picture and you're like,
it does ruin the quality, yeah.
It's like I don't know. It used to be fun.
It does. There's advantages. I mean, it is a cool background. You know, you watch things like Compound Media, and they have cool backgrounds. But yeah, it does take away a little bit. We're gonna do some decorating. We're getting all the technology done in here. Then we're gonna do some decorating in here as well.
Not us, because we suck at that. But people with good taste will do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or wear the swag to the club, claim to be a staff member, and walk in any time.
Nice. Yeah, we should put on Teespring just like a T-shirt that says, Gov's Radio staff, and then they'll be able to get in.
Well, yeah, but you'll get in here. You're not. You still won't get into the club.
No.
Right? I don't. No, you won't get into the club.
Like if you walk confidently, like, oh yeah, I'm staff. No.
And then they call you or me and say, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah, and all of a sudden you look over and you see them like this. You don't want the finger.
Not that finger. Well, some people like that finger. Hello, Rich Rada. Rich Rada of No Rhyme, No Reason.
Hey, Rich.
Tuesday nights at 6:30. One of my favorite people in the whole wide world, that guy.
Because he gave you French fries.
Okay.
You did love him before, I have to say. You have a love fest with him.
But
he did give you French fries, so he sealed the deal. It's almost like an engagement ring.
he can never do me wrong after that.
Yeah, I was actually, I was thinking about you guys because I was reading something on McDonald's today. Like, they're doing, like, a whole bunch of different things. They're well, first of all, they're trying to make their drive-through faster. Because it isn't one of the fastest ones. Like, when I was a kid, I used to work drive-through. You ever work in fast food?
No.
So the really cool kids get to be on drive-through.
The really cool kids don't work at McDonald's.
Burger King.
They work at none of them.
That's not true.
The cool kids?
Yeah, the really cool kids worked, like, I don't know about now, but back in the day, like, the cool kids worked at Burger King. Oh, yeah.
How many guys did you make out with at Burger King?
None.
Liar.
Let me think. None. I didn't make out with any guys at Burger King.
Why not? Oh, you made out with the girls?
I was saving myself for the church people. Yeah, so McDonald's is trying to be faster just by, like, maybe doing things like, digitally calling in or, but they're not all that great at it. So they're trying to find, like, ways to, like, separate areas to where you could bring out the food if you've got a large order and stuff. Because, nothing's worse than you're just about to order and the person in front of you is taking, like, forever. You're like,
They used to do that. They used to tell you if your order is going to be more than $50 or if you're ordering more than 10 items, please go inside. They used to do that.
Oh, really?
Years ago, yeah.
We used to be so fast on drive-thru because, like, it wasn't enough to be, on drive-thru. You had to be, like, so great at it. Like, we'd run, like, if it was taking, one order was so fast, like, this is how good we were. We wouldn't be like, oh, well, I guess everyone just has to wait today. Like, one of us would, like, run out and grab an order and then, like, go back in and start making it. Like, we were hot. Yeah. I'm not kidding.
I know you're not kidding.
We were really good.
It's just, this is just another nerd. It's our daily nerd portion.
Okay, your best employees from Burger King up are the ones that get jazzed about like doing things a little differently and having a fun time at it. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you're ever hiring, kids in their like teens or 20s, it's the goofy ones you want because they're gonna like make your store soar, I think. But anyway, they're coming out with
Make your butt sore after work.
with McPlant. McPlant.
McPlant.
McPlant.
What? This is a veggie burger?
This is a veggie burger.
They're calling it McPlant?
McPlant. And they're coming out with a chicken one too, which I don't know if you guys tell me, like, is there a fast food restaurant that's doing a fake chicken also?
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. So it's a vegetarian chicken sandwich?
It's a vegetarian chicken sandwich.
So what are they calling that?
I don't know. They didn't talk about that. But they were talking about the stupidness of the name McPlant.
That is a stupid name.
You don't like it?
No.
Like, and that's just it. Like, you're a meat eater. That wouldn't entice you to try it.
It's self-descriptive.
Yeah, but it isn't really. I mean, it's not like it's like broccoli.
What? What do you mean? Well, you wouldn't call
It's just not a...
You wouldn't call
It's just
broccoli
not meat.
McPlant. Why didn't they just call it McVeggie or
Meatless, or I don't know.
McMeatless? No.
McMeatless.
No.
Oh, that's good. I
No,
like
it's
that.
not. You like that? No.
Yeah.
Well, Burger King calls it the veggie burger, don't they?
I don't know what they call it. I don't know. I was watching a video on it. It looked like a pretty good burger because it looked like, I think, like Morningstar is involved, which is I like Morningstar, but it's
That's
basically,
what, a brand of burger? Veggie burger?
Yeah, but it's just basically like a hockey puck looking burger, which I don't mind. I don't care. But the one that they were showing, it looked like a big, thick,
penis.
ultimate burger.
The McPenis.
The McPenis. Would you order a McPenis?
For you.
You get me one? But they were talking about like the weird names, how bad they were at the fish sandwich, how they used to call it the what was the fish sandwich? Filet
of fish. Filet of fish. You're so white. The filet o fish.
The filet of fish.
Filet of fish.
Yeah, but how like there were so many great names. Like they could have like gone with like quarter flounder, or like there's like 1,000 different names. But
because the quarter pounder, that's Burger King, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, and then McDonald's has.
So why can't they? But quarter isn't you can't. Everyone can use the word quarter. No?
Yeah, but I don't. They don't want to get confused with Burger King. They don't want to come close to that.
Yeah.
Isn't the quarter pounder Burger King? Oh the quarter pounder is the Whopper is Burger King.
Yeah.
Oh, so all right, so you're right.
Yeah, quarter. Maybe because it was in the same place, it would be too confusing on drive-through.
I thought you said
like,
quarter flounder. I don't want this piece of shit. I want a quarter pounder.
I don't want a fish. Why don't you just call it fish fillet? Fish show.
Yeah, the McFillet, the McFish.
McFish.
McFly.
Yeah, but it's not. But I'm interested in the chicken sandwich because that would be good. I like chicken sandwiches more than fake. I like fake chicken sandwiches more than fake burgers.
So when are they? But you don't know the name of the.
Next year they're gonna. Well, I don't know what they're gonna call it, but anyway, I just thought it was.
Let's see what's
interesting.
Happening. Let's see what's happening. Let's check out some comments. Wow, a lot of comments. Everybody's saying hi to each other. That's nice.
Anything about McPlant?
I think so. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Andrew Fremder. I do some pretty awesome green screen work where it does not look like it's all weird looking, unlike some other green screen work.
Yeah, you have to dress. But the thing about green screen, you really have to worry about how you're dressing. And
Benny's drug dealer on Pazuzu last night had a great virtual background.
Rich Rada is talking about the McRib.
McRib and fries.
Your
and
mom.
My mom is watching.
Yeah, didn't you tell me that she claimed that like her favorite McDonald's is the McRib?
She did say that. So she should get together with Rich.
Yeah, how long has the McRib been out?
Oh, it's been out. Well, that's the thing. I think they debuted it probably a good 20 years ago, and maybe even more. But they don't. It's not a regular item on the menu. When they bring it back, they only have it on the menu for a limited amount of time. Then they pull it again. They only bring it out maybe once a year.
Why? If
I
people
have no
love
idea.
it so much, why? That's like saying, we'll only be serving the vanilla shake for 2 months, but all other flavor, like why? Why not just give people what they want?
Call McDonald's and ask them.
And it's pork, right? What's the McRib?
Hello.
Is it beef or pork?
I don't know. Hello, Greg DeFilippo. I'm guessing it's beef.
Oh, really?
How is McDonald's going to be faster? What do they just not give them even?
Are they just not going to cook the food?
Oh.
Well, yeah, they're not high. Like Burger King is one of the highest drive-throughs, but like in fairness to
The people are high. That's a pretty serious accusation.
maybe, yeah, I could see that. Burger King high employees.
Hello, drone groupie Escher. Andrew Fremder says one time he almost got in trouble at McDonald's because he was in the parking lot tossing the salad out the window. The chicken plant burger.
Yeah, it's got to be called something else.
Yeah, that's.
Like, what's that turkey that
The McTurkey?
No, you can have like fake turkey for Thanksgiving.
Oh,
It's like what's it called? It's like some funny name, like
Tofurkey.
Tofurkey. Yeah, I've cooked that a couple of times. It's awful.
Elizabeth says she remembers they used to have a timer at the drive-thru window. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
They used to have that timer there.
Yeah, but then they took it away because people just look at it and they're mad.
Tommy McNulty said you're thinking of all the cool kids. They all worked at Ground Round and had booze parties.
No,
Yes, I'm agreeing with Tommy. I used to love the Ground Round.
The ground round coolness is a height that I couldn't even.
That's right, because you
Yeah.
weren't cool enough. You weren't one of the cool
I was
kids.
never cool enough for ground round.
The McDonald's, when we were kids in high school, all the nerds worked at McDonald's.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I didn't work at McDonald's. I worked at Burger King.
Well, at the fast food places.
Yeah.
And
I
then
worked at
they-
Wendy's, actually.
And they tried to be your friend when you came in, they would give you extra food.
Oh, really? Did they get fired?
No. Rich Rada says Mick Plant is probably like Mick Ass.
Maybe not.
Greg DeFilippo doesn't care what McDonald's comes out with. He just wants them to get his order right.
Yeah.
Andrew from there, Mick Plant, when I plant my ass on the toilet bowl because I had too much fast food. Elizabeth, Mick Shitkin.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Captain Jack is watching.
Hey, Captain.
McRib by far the best item McDonald's has ever had, says Greg. How about a green burger? Call it the Shamrock McSteak.
Well, I will tell you that, like McDonald's, the word green kind of reminded me because it's they use Paul Newman coffee.
Who does? McDonald's?
Yeah,
Really?
It's really very good, and I'm like a dick when it comes to like good coffee bean because I used to do that like a
Just
little bit for a
coffee
living.
bean is when she's a dick.
I'm like especially a dick when it's crappy, awful, burnt French roast coffee. But they use Paul Newman's organic coffee. It's really good. I feel like I'm doing like a McDonald's commercial today.
The Shamrock McSteak, I think that's very clever, because you're saying mistake, McSteak. You're saying mistake.
Yeah, I like it.
I think that's funny.
Yeah.
So Burger King should offer a sandwich called the McSteak, because it's a mistake. It's like a competition thing.
Yeah.
The McPenis is smaller than the what penis.
Captain Jack's getting all buff. He's doing this.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he's doing this. This thing for raising money for cancer, and he has to do like something like sit-ups and push-ups and something every single day. So he's been working out and
Really?
Yeah.
He's looking like you can actually see the difference.
I haven't seen pictures.
Send us a picture without your shirt on, Captain
with your
Jack.
naked body that you've been doing push-ups.
Joe Stas, of course, he likes the dollar sundae with caramel. Of course you do, because you only have to spend $1.
His mother buys it for him.
That's right. You can tell she likes real shakes and real sundaes, though.
So the McRib came out in 1981.
1981, wow.
I don't even remember it until Rich started talking about it. I never even thought about it.
McRibbed for her pleasure. Liz Jeffrey is watching.
Hey, Liz.
She doesn't like the McRib, but she likes us.
Oh.
We miss you too, Liz Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And get ready. Do
What?
it. Sing happy birthday. It's Liz's birthday.
Is it?
Sing
Happy birthday, Liz. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Liz. Liz is a actress in Tony's comedy group.
Knockem Dead Comedy.
Happy birthday to you. She's great. She's got an awesome voice, and she's funny as shit, and she's a really good actress.
Yeah. See, first off, Greg DiFilippo was acknowledging the Ground Round was the shit. Ground Round was so. It was the place to be when we were kids. We used to hang out at the Hicksville one. Sorry.
That's okay. The mall where it was located, the Hicksville Mall, used to be called the Plaza. Remember that?
It was the Mid-Island Plaza.
Everyone used to be like, I'm going to the Plaza.
Nobody said Plaza.
Plaza.
The Plaza.
No one said Plaza.
Everybody said Plaza.
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 Plaza. But Macy's used to be...
No, we called it Mackey's.
Macy's used to be Stearns.
No. Oh, you're right.
Yes.
Sorry.
I used to work there.
No, you're right. But and then
it was Gertz.
Before Stearns was Gertz.
So
right.
it was Gertz, and then it turned to Stearns, and I got a job there, and I worked in the luggage department on Saturday and Sunday. I used to go over to the Ground Round for lunch. Yep, that's my whole story. He's looking at me like, do you have anything else with that?
But now Captain Jack says Wetson's. Now that was the place.
Wetson's. Isn't that a donut place?
I don't know. All I know is that Wetson's was a great burger place back in the 70s.
Maybe it was. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
There was one in Hicksville, right on Old Country Road at Levittown Parkway. Oh my God. It's very similar to what All American is now. Same type of setup. You just got the burgers and there was no place to sit. You just got them and you to go.
You got the heck out.
Oh my God, it was so good.
So Andy said his Ground Round was the center of the universe in Port Jefferson. So why did these places close? Like every time I went into the Ground Round, it was totally busy.
Remember Waves? No, I don't. What's that? Greg's asking. Remember Waves?
Nope.
I used to live. My house, the back of my house used to face Levittown Parkway, and Levittown Parkway ended at Old Country Road, and Wetson's was right there.
So you'd be able to walk
Wetson's
there.
ended Old Country Road, and then right across, you just cross Old Country Road, and there's Wetson's. But I couldn't. When I was little, I wasn't allowed to walk that far. It was probably...
Oh, really? How little?
Well, I'm talking about when I was really little. Well, I moved out of there when I was 12, so I was really little, and I used to stand... Everybody had a gate back then from Levittown Parkway into their backyard. So I used to walk out the gate, and sometimes I would just stand on Levittown Parkway because I could see Weston's.
You would
And I would just
stand there and look for
look
like
at
a
it.
burger place?
I would just look at it.
Like when you were like 10, you'd be like...
No, by 10, I was probably allowed to walk.
Yeah, like what age were you allowed? Because like I grew up off of Woodbury Road.
Actually, I take that back. By the time I was 10, it was gone already.
Oh, see, you couldn't.
Right, because then it became the record store, Titus Oaks.
I lived on Woodbury Road, and I lived across the street from like all the stores and stuff. And it was, thinking back, it was seriously, both my parents have passed, so I can't call and yell at them. It was unbelievable how young I was that they sent me across to delis to get them food on Sunday.
Oh yeah, that I used to do because there were delis and stuff on Levittown Parkway.
Like I think I was like 7. Like, don't you think that's a little... Would you
No.
send a 7-year-old now across Woodbury Road? Like, I remember feeling like I was like Frogger trying to like get across. Like,
I missed
with,
that.
You know, the $20 to bring home ham bologna. What the heck is ham bologna?
I wish we can go back to that. I miss. The kids are too coddled now.
I seriously could have died. I'm not kidding.
All right. Yeah, you could have, but you didn't, and the chances were not high, in my opinion. Those were good.
Really?
Those were good days. The kids were allowed to go out and explore, and allowed to do things. You didn't have, the constant threat that somebody was going to steal you forever and ass rape you. It was better. It was safe. I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know if it was safer then. or if it's just gotten more hyped since, or maybe it's not
Well, you
safer
know
now.
what
I don't
could
know.
happen. I was actually, we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. Remember, I was explaining to Sam, the Adam story.
The what story?
The Adam story.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy who did America's Most Wanted.
Oh, John Walsh.
Yeah, the John Walsh story.
His son's name is Adam?
Yeah, how his son was like 8 years old, and he was in like a mall, like the Plaza, and he he ended up going into this one store. I don't know if you guys know the story. It's an awful story. Awful. So sorry to bring it up, but his mom was in the mall. He said, "Oh, I'm going to go watch these guys play Pac-Man," or, whatever. And so we went into this, like, smaller store, and there were a handful of boys who were, around the video game, and Adam, like the 8-year-old, was just, like, there, like, watching too. But the kids were asked to leave because they were, a little loud. And the owner said this. He's like, "Yeah, I just shooed everyone away because it was getting too loud in here." I do remember, like, a younger boy, but I just figured he was, like, one of the brothers. But he wasn't. So he got a little disoriented, and he walked on the outside of the mall, and that's the last time that he was ever seen. And they ended up, it was, like, not long after, they were trying to find this kid everywhere. And John Walsh, the dad was, like, talking about the story, and he's like, so the police, came up to him. He's like, "Well, we found him, but all they found was the kid's head." It was awful. Because he was asked to cross Woodbury Road to go get a half a pound of ham bologna.
Well, that was the plan. Your parents didn't like you, and they were trying to get rid of you.
No kidding.
And they actually...
Do you even know what ham bologna is? I've never heard it since, as I'm saying it now, I'm like, what the heck is ham bologna?
I'd like you to try my ham bologna. See what you think. And they even, I remember now going to the bowling alley on Woodbury Road.
Yeah.
And seeing a sign, "Little girl for sale."
No. My parents wouldn't have done that.
Feel free to just take her and pay us later.
No.
She will grow up to have great boobies.
Yeah, well.
But that was a rare. I don't want to say rare, but the percentage wise was low, that of kids getting kidnapped or killed, or
I agree,
all kids in the
but I wonder if
70s were out running around and going out all over the place. Me and my buddies used to go on the trails on Wanto Parkway, and we'd end up in East Meadow. We'd have no idea how we even got there. And then we just walk back.
I guess 10 and older I could understand. Like 7, I don't know.
But I don't know. For me personally, I feel that had a huge role in having a great childhood. I would not change a thing about my childhood. From birth to age 12 was as good as it could be for a childhood, for me, in my opinion. And I wouldn't... And we got to roam around. We got to go out. As long as you were home by dark. And during the summers, it was awesome, because dark was, 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Well, I kind of remember, like, the irony of, like, when I did cross Woodbury Road, like, with my parents, like, if we were, like, just taking a walk, and both of my parents would be like, "Oh, hold my hand." And I'm like, you people are idiots, because just 3 days ago you sent me alone, It was so weird.
And that's why they tried to sell you off, because you called them idiots.
Oh, well, I didn't call them idiots. I just, like, in my head, I was like...
They heard you. Your parents, they heard you.
You people are idiots. Yeah.
So, Andy Plagenos.
What?
Peppermint flavored steak sounds like the world is ending. What is that a thing?
Peppermint flavored
Yeah, that sounds disgusting
steak.
to me.
That sounds gross.
I don't even like ketchup or steak sauce on a steak. I feel that stuff ruins it. I just like the flavor of the steak and the juices, I love steak. Well, look at this, I'm going like this.
You love your
I love steak. I love meat. Jeff Bosey's watching.
I like the smell of peppermint, but I don't really like it.
Jack Sky says, yes, 22 push-ups a day for PTSD awareness.
Oh, PTSD. Sorry, I was, like, throwing cancer on that.
Bosey says, fucking Rich and his McRib fascination. Liz Jeffrey says, you have the voice of an angel. Liz Jeffries' hearing is not very good.
No, but it's her birthday, so she is thrilled by anything. So thank you, Liz. And Liz is actually, I could be wrong because it's been, since COVID that I've seen her. I think she's shorter than me.
Is that possible?
Are you even 5 feet, Liz?
Liz is a great singer.
Oh, yeah. I said that.
Yeah, I know. I was just enhancing. And Greg DeFlippo says, you're wrong, Sallie. Tony said it right. Plaza.
I'm going to the plaza.
That's what everybody said it. What are you doing later? Going to the plaza. Okay.
So stupid. I'm glad they changed it to the Hicksville Mall.
Why is that stupid? The Mid-Island Plaza.
You sound like you're like on Rodea Drive. I'm going to the plaza. Like, oh. Really?
Well, yeah, you had the Plaza Hotel in the city.
Do you have a little, like,
penis?
Little dog in your purse, too? It just sounds so weird. I don't like it.
So your parents are idiots, and all people in Hicksville said Plaza are...
Stupid.
You're messed up.
Yeah.
Ground Round was cool, says Captain Jack. Last time I was in Ground Round was Theismann's leg got snapped. That's a long time.
Pecan. I say pecan.
Ground Round had the best burgers. They did have good burgers. I remember George Wetson and his boy Elroy. There was one Ground Round in Brookhaven still open. Oh, yeah? There was one out not too far from there in Sayville on Sunrise that was stayed open for a long time, but I believe that one's gone now, too. I'm almost done with my 1980 map of Hicksville. Woves, spelt it wrong, sorry, in the plaza back in the day. Woves, yeah. Yeah,
Woves.
Rings a bell. And then what was that, Greg, what was that place by the arcade that had the greasiest burgers? It rhymed. It was a word that, not the nitty gritty, but it was something like that. Or my mother would know if she's still watching. It was some, burger joint, fast food that was in the mall. I mean, the people and the grill looked like they weren't clean. No.
That's what my dad had a problem.
They were so greasy, but the food was so good.
My dad had a problem with the Ground Round because he didn't like the peanuts on the ground. He thought it was messy.
Nah, that was fun.
That was the best part. Yeah. He's like, no. He goes, if a restaurant keeps peanuts on the floor, I don't know what else they do.
No, they did it on purpose.
I know.
And they had the big screen with the old silent movies playing.
Yeah.
And then on Friday nights, Friday and Saturdays, they'd bring in a singer.
Yeah.
Captain Jack used it. Yes, we know this, Jack. Jack used the Jack in a Box in North Babylon to deliver his drugs. Remember he told us that. What was the burger at Wetson's called? I think they were just burgers, weren't they?
Were they called something?
I don't know. Hope you put the Greek church on Field Avenue. I used to get hammered winning all those wine bottles at the ring toss back in the day. I think it's because they stopped giving the wine out. Yeah, they had, that Greek church used to have the festival back there. Yeah, I think they still have it, right? California, there's a chain of fast food called In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Then Jack in the Box. And obviously after all that, I would imagine you could have a Carl's Jr.
Yeah, but In-N-Out was fantastic. Like they probably had the best burgers I've ever had.
Jeff Bosey's playing with his ham bologna. Andy Plagano says, kids should get ass raped more these days is what I'm taking away from today's show. The Mick Headless. See what happens when Bosey pops on? He talks about getting ass puked. You never forget how ham bologna hits the back of your throat. And with that, we say hi to Ken Pichelle.
And what is bologna? Bologna is what? Ham is obviously pork. What's bologna? That's
my bologna
right?
has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. My bologna has a second name. It's P-E-N-I-S. Oh, Sally loves to eat it every day. And if you ask me, well, I'll say that Oscar Mayer has a way with a... Well, Jeff Bosey. He says, when you and Rich were kids, you had to watch out for the horse and buggies. That's pretty messed up, Jeff Bosey. That's pretty messed up. Tony loved age 9 through 11 when he did third grade 3 times. I knew I recognized Rich. I knew him back then. The threat of kidnapping and ass rape made my childhood awesome, says Tony. Wasn't a threat. It was, actually doing it.
We're dodging left and right.
Andrew Fremden lived in East Meadow on the corner of Pine and Prospect. Okay. I always got the feeling I was being looked at.
Pine and Prospect.
The Muff Burger. Jeff Bosa, I'm really starting to get tired of people saying to someone, you have a voice of an angel. Has anybody ever heard an angel? The hurdy-gurdy. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
The hurdy-gurdy
is that
was
'cause
such
it
a
was-
grease pit, but it was so good.
Is that because it was near Gertz? No, I'm not.
No, I think it was there before Gertz.
Like, what's a hurdy-gurdy? I just figured maybe it was like right next to Gertz, like the food section of it.
Yeah, that was it, the hurdy-gurdy.
Huh.
And then Frank just texted to me. My mother and my brother both know their burgers.
There's grease burgers.
They know their greasy food. Yeah, the hurdy-gurdy. Oh, man. I could still see the main guy. I guess he was the owner, little Spanish guy. But, man, they were so... It was him and, like...
And they were good? It was good?
It was good. It was so greasy.
Or you just went there because you were starving? And
No, it was good. No, you went, like... If I was going to the mall that day, I wouldn't have lunch at home. Like, I would actually...
So you'd be starving. That's why it was good.
No, I wouldn't eat at home because I knew I was gonna. I wanted hurdy-gurdy food.
All right.
And and we're talking, 70s and 80s standards. Today, you look at it, it's probably twice as worse, twice as bad, because things are so much more quality and healthier today. But yeah, this place. You don't remember this place?
No. Mm-mm.
They had blue walls. Oh, I remember it vividly.
I didn't really hang out at the mall.
Why not?
Because it was
Because I was
far
working with the
away.
cool kids at Wendy's.
Because yeah, I didn't just like walk around the mall like other normal kids.
Why? Why weren't you normal?
Because it was
Maybe we would have seen each other more often.
It was 3 miles away, probably.
It's probably like that for me too. So what? Bologna is all the scraps that fall on the floor that they don't use from all the other meats in the deli.
Yeah, so it is beef.
Jeff Bosa, I enjoy In-N-Out every time I have my wife's cooking.
So it's a combination of ham and beef. Is that what it is? It's the mixture of like the blending of muscle of. I'm gonna ruin it for you. Like lamb and cow ham bologna.
Yeah, great. DeFilippo remembers the hurdy-gurdy. He had some blast from the past. I haven't heard that in 40 years. Yeah, oh man. Now I'm getting hungry for All American.
Where did Greg? Greg, where did he go to? Was he by you?
Well, when I moved to the other part of Hicksville when I was 12, Greg was over that way.
Okay.
Greg, he mentioned Field Avenue. He was back there.
I was because I was at Woodland.
Yeah, I think Greg would. You were what, East Street School, Greg?
Mm.
Yeah, he was back there somewhere. Yeah, by the Burger King on Old Country Road there, back there.
Speaking of Hicksville, we went to a wake last night, so we saw a lot of Hicksville people.
We saw a lot of Hicksville people. We mentioned our friend Vicky, who passed away last week. We mentioned it on the show last week. Last night was the wake, and it's weird. It's weird. We've had a substantial amount of people.
We meaning your class. Like,
Well,
you're
no,
younger than me, and your class has, like, the Black Plague.
You graduated 84. I
Yeah.
graduated 88. Definitely our class has... Yeah, we've lost a lot.
It's no comparison.
But if you go from 84 to maybe 90, there's a lot of... we've lost a lot of people. It seems like more than most people,
Your
during
particular
within that
class-
time frame.
Your
Yeah.
particular class just dies. Like, it's weird. It's like all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, we went to dinner with them yesterday, and then they didn't wake up. Like, you have like
They
people
woke up
like
dead.
that. They woke up dead. You have people like that in your class. Like,
We've
it's
had
not
a few of those.
like just unexplained.
We've
weird
had some
shit.
we've had some cancer. We had a weird one where last year somebody from our class was working in a house, new construction, so it was all empty, and he was by himself and he fell off a ladder. Nobody found him until the following Monday, so he died from his injuries. But it's weird, I guess, because we have lost so much that you can see it's really starting to get to us.
Yeah.
And there was one guy in particular last night who was just walking around everybody telling them that he loves them. Went to Vicky's husband Vicky's husband, I don't think is a Hicksville guy. But he went to him and said, you need anything. You reach out to anybody in this room because we're Hicksville.
And that's really indicative of Hicksville. It really is. It's a great, I mean, I know people are sick of hearing about it, but it really is, it was a really good school as far as, I mean, we didn't have the best scores, we're dumbasses, but there were plenty of people.
Sallie, can you go to the Cross Hempstead Turnpike and get me a cup from Miller's Ale House? Just Cross Hempstead Turnpike in the rain, no problem.
There were school districts that had higher scores, but everyone who came from there just was really cool and nice and and would do that. No, seriously, wake me up in the middle of the night. I'll be there for you.
Yeah.
And mean it.
And there's a lot of great people there, and that's one thing I like about or love about social media. I mean, especially this year, there's a lot of crap on social media, but don't forget. I think many of us, especially if you're our age range and probably older, you've used social media to reconnect. Mm-hmm. And I can't tell you how many people I've reconnected with where I'm thinking to myself, why did I lose touch with this person in the first place? And even Greg DiFilippo, he's become a part of Gov's Radio. He's a loyal viewer. And, I hadn't, before Facebook, I hadn't physically even seen Greg since high school. It's... it's nice in that sense, to see everybody and to be there for each other. And it was nice. This guy, Tom, he's saying life is too short, life goes too fast. He looked right at me. He's like, I love you, man. And I don't even really know Tom all that well. Tom.
You can't remember
Well, there
his
you go.
last name.
I don't remember his last name. Oh, it's going to bug me now.
Oh, but he had nice things to say.
and then he's
about our show, right?
Right, and that's the thing. You don't people don't like to get corny. They don't like to get cliche. But when we start to lose a lot of people that were close to us, and you start to realize, how short it all is, you don't worry about that as much. Mm-hmm. And I definitely learned that from cancer. But so this guy was, he just came right out and says, "I love you, man." He goes, and he's pointing at Sallie too. He goes, "The two of you. Keep doing that show." He goes, "Keep us smiling, especially at times like these. We need to smile." I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming.
He's like, He goes, what you help me do. Some days I don't even know how to take a step forward, and you make me smile. I'm like, no.
And he actually demonstrated.
Yeah,
he actually tried to take a step forward, and he went back.
Yeah. No, he did take the step because he believed in us. But yeah, so I mean.
and then it was weird because then. Donna Kelly is talking to us, and she, I'm not a regular Facebooker, but I do watch your show sometimes, and I don't want you to think I don't. And we're like, it's okay, we don't expect that, and we understand people have a life, and I don't, all of you work in your accounting office. I don't, sorry I didn't show up at your accounting office to add 2 + 2.
With
you. I don't expect. I mean, it's nice, but you don't have to explain this stuff when you see us. People feel like if you have a public job, or people feel they need to say those things.
If you own a restaurant, they're like, we're going to come out and have dinner with you.
I'm going to eat at your plates, I promise. Or I get that a lot too. I'm going to come see a murder mystery one of these days, I promise. All right. I didn't ask. I didn't say, hey, nice to see you again. When are you coming on my show?
But you should.
Well, there you go. Listener, viewer, here star on Limo Zoom, says Ken Pichelle about Greg. Yes, Greg went to East Street School. Andrew from there, I used to love going to the mall when all I had was a beeper and a quarter for a payphone. Life was a lot simpler back then. It was simpler back then, but we didn't know that, so it wasn't simpler. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's going to be some greasy lovemaking in Massapequa this afternoon. It's a good idea. Well, we had the lovemaking before the shower, so that was kind of greasy.
God.
Only drug dealers had beepers, says Nikki. There is a lot of crap on social media, I would imagine, because everybody's using their phone while they're on the toilet, says Andrew Fremder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I do all the posting about our show every morning.
He does all the social media stuff while he's making a big poopy.
Yes, Greg. It was Tom Grotus.
Tom Grotus.
And what's his name? It's his nickname? Goob? Is that what they call him?
Really nice guy. And unfortunately, like totally be like, oh, you know that person, and I have to say, yeah, I met them at your last wake. Like it's so weird how many wakes I've been to with you and your class. Stop it, people.
Yeah, we had a guy from 9/11 issues die last year.
Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing. She just
Yeah,
died
she
out
just
of
saw
nowhere.
some like, oh, Robin died. What?
Yeah, but Robin didn't. She felt there were signs and she ignored them.
But it was kind of like Plagianos. Like, am I having a heart attack? Oh, I might be having a heart attack. Normally, I would drive off the side of the highway, and I do have a cell phone to call. Why bother these people? I could drive to Stony Brook all by myself. Oh, I could tell my wife to meet me. She is dropping off the children right now. I don't want to bother. Like, yeah, that was Robin. So
you actually were you mentioned that last night. A friend of ours, Linda, was talking about how her father had a heart attack and waited 3 days to get medical attention.
Yeah.
So then Sallie said, we have a friend. His name is Andrew Plagianos. He has a show on Gov's Radio, and he lives in Port Jefferson Station. No, she didn't say that. But she did talk about, we have a friend who just last year, he just celebrated the anniversary, and do you believe he drove himself to the hospital? And then I believe she called you a jerk and a moron and a dumbass who has yesterday's dinner still in his mustache. I believe that's what she said about you.
Nope. It's actually quite the opposite. Like, don't make me love you, Andy, and then do bullshit stuff like that.
Andy Pagano says, I love how right after my post about eating greasy burgers and sex, they went straight into the death talk. Then they won't read the comment until a moment where it is weird and creepy. And that's exactly what happened. Sadly, you should go home instead of putting rose petals in your bed for lovemaking session with Tony. Tonight, you should fill it up with McDonald's French fries.
Oh, yeah. But then he wouldn't pay attention to me. He'd just be eating the French fries. He'd be like, I'll be right there.
No, the French fries are on the bed. So we're killing two birds with one stone. Mm. We're taking care of business while eating French fries. That could be a lot of fun. Just roll around in the French fries. Yes, Tommy Gottleman. Yes, that's it.
Gottleman?
Yeah. Remember I said it? I swear to God, I said that.
Yeah, he did. That's why I was like laughing on him before when you're like, now you forgot his last name. But I didn't remember it, so sorry. Oh, is it 12?
No. So, and of course the big news in Governor's Comedy Club world is...
There's big news?
Well, there's, it's more bad news.
Oh, anti-news. Anti-bad news. Are you getting to Cuomo shit?
Mm-hmm. We should just squirt ketchup all over each other, says Greg. Yeah, so amid rising coronavirus cases statewide in New York bars and restaurants that sell alcohol and even gyms must close by 10 p.m., says Governor Cuomo, and this takes effect tomorrow. The state will limit private house parties to no more than 10 people. If a household contains more than 10 people, then no more than those living in the household are permitted. Cuomo said contact tracers identified 3 areas that are the main drivers behind the spread of the virus.
Which are? Establishments
that sell alcohol, gyms, and private house parties.
So why are, oh really? Okay, so Thanksgiving's going to be screwed.
Well, I'm getting to that. So restaurants can stay open for food for takeout only after 10 p.m. And then Cuomo said, if these measures are not sufficient to stop the spread, we will turn the valve more. So he's already saying we may have to do more than this. Some scientists are predicting the state could have to do another mass shutdown. Yesterday, 21 more New Yorkers died of COVID-19. 1,600 were hospitalized, 300 were receiving intensive care treatment, 135 were intubated. But
wow.
Governor Cuomo, talking about the vaccine, he feels that there is finally a finish line in sight. So let's just do what we have to do to get through it, he said.
All right.
So yes, so this is news that's coming out just in time for Thanksgiving. And sure enough, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention has updated its guidelines for how best to celebrate the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday. The new recommendation comes during a worsening around the whole country of the new coronavirus pandemic, combined with the information that small household gatherings are an important contributor to the rise of cases. So, the steps that the CDC is suggesting include wearing a face mask with 2 or more layers.
All like throughout Thanksgiving, like you show up at someone's house and you keep a mask on other than eating, I guess?
Yes.
But what's the difference if you're sitting down next to them before the meal or walking around before?
Staying at 6 feet away, about 2 arm lengths from people who do not live with you, and washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds and keeping hand sanitizer handy.
You know, the Wake place, they had like hand sanitizer machines everywhere.
The Wake place.
The Wake place.
Known to some of you as a funeral home. Bob. For people who are attending a gathering, the CDC recommends bringing your own food, your own drinks.
Well, we do that.
Your own dinnerware, your own utensils. Avoid going in and out of areas where food is being prepared or handled, and using single-use options for things such as salad dressing and condiments, and disposable items like food containers, plates, and utensils. They're even suggesting having an outdoor celebration, or if it's too cold to do it outdoors, at least open the windows.
Yeah, the ventilation helps a lot. Just everyone should know that. Like, the opening up the windows helps a lot, because they still haven't determined whether it's airborne or not.
So what do you mean we do that? We don't, Thanksgiving, we bring our own food?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying everyone's getting all up in arms about Thanksgiving, and I get it. I totally get it. I see both sides. I see if we don't, like Canada, people are sick and dying more in Canada because they celebrated their Thanksgiving a month ago. And
blame Canada!
Yeah, and so, and I've seen posts. Here's how I have mixed feelings. I saw this post today, and someone's like, please have Thanksgiving. Don't miss the opportunity because life's too short and you never know when you'll be able to see these people again. And I get that, but in my head I'm thinking, well, if you have Thanksgiving, there might not be someone at the table next year, dumbass. Like, I go back and forth, and I know, and I feel the same way about Thanksgiving. We're not going to sit there in masks and stuff, but why I said we do that is we have 2 friends of ours, and since COVID started, the wife has an autoimmune disease, so that's her life. She's got an autoimmune disease, so she's more cautious. She does not want to get this. She has not gotten this, but the family really had to take to heart keeping her safe.
What?
Take to heart keeping her safe. Nothing. I just want you to not read for a second. And so she but once a week we like go over to their house and we bring our own food and we have like our own drinks and stuff, and she hasn't gotten sick and we've still been able to like see each other. So maybe that's what they're saying. Like, we're doing that for her, so maybe Governor Cuomo's saying, why don't you just take this one day and do it a little bit differently this year? So
basically what you're saying is we've taught everybody, Andrew Cuomo and the state and everybody, how to properly enjoy yourself and enjoy your meal
alive
during COVID. So we're trendsetters and we're geniuses, and we're like Dr. Fauci. We came up with the right idea of how to have dinner with people.
But a lot of it is like bullshit, because how do you like walk into someone's door with a mask on and you're standing around, and then like you go to eat, you take off your mask? So what's the difference? Like, it's so frustrating.
So everybody eats in a different room. I'll be in the living room, you go in the bathroom, my mother will sit in the kitchen. We'll just send the kids outside.
Well, let's do that anyway. But, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I know. I get it.
Meanwhile, in Florida, the Tampa Aquarium is holding sleepover slumber parties at the aquarium. Sleep with the sharks is the theme. God almighty. Andy Bojano says it's like 10-10 wins. The wakery, it should be called.
Bakery. I like that.
And-
Actually, I like that more.
Andrew Fremder, wearing a mask is important. Perhaps it would be better just to wear duct tape over your mouth.
And you won't gain weight that day either.
Discounts for coughing into each other's mouths. My question is, if doctors are saying that wearing a mask will help, then why don't people listen?
I don't know. We do. We wear like masks when we're out and about, and
Elizabeth doesn't think the virus will be under control for another year.
well, it doesn't matter because we'll have a virus really soon. A
Vaccine.
vaccine really soon. So
But
who cares if it's around forever?
But yeah, but Elizabeth, you got to be more specific. Are you saying that even with the vaccine that's coming, you're saying by the time it's all produced and given out, that it'll still be another year by the time we're safe again? Yeah, you got to elaborate on that.
And that it surprises me because if like the typical flu only lasts that one season, so why is this thing hanging around?
Yeah.
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 Stupid COVID.
Stupid. I heard soon they're going to be putting barcodes on the back of people's heads. Well, yeah, you can do that with me right now. Oh my God, no, it's 12:01. It's a minute past. Oh my God. Oh, hey, we need to apologize.
We do?
Marla's show was set to premiere yesterday at the new time slot at 11, Wednesdays at 11 a.m. We had some technical difficulties. We did get the show posted yesterday afternoon. We hope you watched it. It was a good one. But we couldn't get it going at 11 a.m. yesterday, so our apologies for that. Marla will be back next week at 11 a.m. So, so keep tuning into Gov's Radio at 11 a.m. every day. And I hope you enjoyed. The virus will be under control when everybody begins to listen, says Andrew Fremder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's difficult when you think about like Thanksgiving. You're like you've had such a hard year. You want just one freaking day when you can hug everyone, and it's funny because like when we were going to the wakery last night, one of the things that I was saying to Tony, I'm like, because Tony, I just want to like hang a sign on Tony's head that says, please do not encourage handshaking with me. I do not enable my handshaking. Because he can't not do it. And he tries not to be the initiator, but the second you show some handage, he's like, oh, yeah. But at least this wakery had a whole bunch of sanitizer. But, you just want to, like, have something normal in your life. I completely get it. Did they say how many people can be at your house? 12, did you say?
10.
10?
And if you already have 10 people in your house, then you can't have anybody over.
That's not true.
That's what
Really?
they said, yes.
Well, wouldn't those 10 that are already in the house really just count as one person? Because they have the same disease? Right?
No.
Why? It's so much. Let's say there's like 2 people come from, like one person from this house, one person from this house, going into a third house. The people in that house, it's all the same germs, so they should just count as one. Oh, Cuomo.
Wow, it sounds like Sallie in the middle of the night. Cuomo. That's Christy Unleashed with Christy Miller. She
thinks he's hot.
Yeah,
everyone talks about the younger brother. I think like real Cuomo's hotter.
Did you just call him real Cuomo?
Yeah, the real Cuomo.
What does that mean?
What's the little one's name? Christopher or something?
Yeah, Chris Cuomo.
He's just like a little boy, yeah. But, Cuomo, he's hot. Although he's a little annoying now, but very annoying.
Wow. He's available, he's single.
Is he? Remember we saw him at that Billy Joel thing? He had a girlfriend that was like raising money for breast cancer.
Yeah, because she is a breast cancer.
They broke up?
No. Well, I don't know if they broke up or not, but they're not married, is what I'm saying. So you can just steal him. Who? Yeah, Sandra Lee, is that his girlfriend?
Isn't that from Grease? Lightning?
Oh, is it? What's her name?
Sandra Lee.
Peggy Lee.
Oh, that's Sandra D.
We're just a couple idiots.
See, I
we have no business having a show.
And you don't listen. And then we have stuff like that come out.
So, Elizabeth says, yeah, not enough vaccines will be available to everyone.
Yeah, but you should be, because Elizabeth, she has autoimmune issues, I think. She should be, top of the list.
Andy Pajanos is agreeing with her.
If I had an extra vial, or if I had my own vial, I would give you mine, Elizabeth.
He said the vaccine won't get distributed until around 4 months into 2021. They won't get to enough people to make a dent for another 6 months. That brings us to a year from now.
Oh.
Captain Jack says the stupid stores made all the aisles one way and then they moved everything. Elizabeth says she misses hugs too. I wonder how much all of this will be left out of the history books for the next generation. Well, that's interesting. Can we personally sue China? Have a great day. How bad is it to be number 11 on the Thanksgiving list? I'm guessing you are
right?
11 or higher on a lot of other people's lists.
Can you imagine? That's awful. You're like, kind of like a wedding reception. You're like, you didn't make the cut.
So yeah, you have a family, and like, what if you have, let's say you have...
There's going to be a lot of fighting.
Let's say you have, 4 or 5 kids. They're all married. And they have their own kids. So
that's that.
You just start all right. First come, first serve.
Well, people like we should make Joe Stas, like that should be a like an expression. Like if you're Joe Stas and you don't make you have other people cooking for you. Picture like all like the sons and daughters with their own family that have never made Thanksgiving and they've been using their parents for 10, 15 years as adults.
So Joe gets bumped, and the next guy, number 11, becomes number 10. And Joe just has to sit home by himself, play poker by himself.
No, he has to learn to make...
And he has to make his own food that day. He's a chef. He knows exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Sallie is showing her Cuomo-sexual tendencies. And yes, I was right. It is Sandra Lee.
Andy?
Of course it was Andy.
Clever Andy.
Oh, they broke up, says Nikki. There you go.
Yeah, see?
You see, now you're free.
I'm free.
You're the future Mrs. Cuomo. Mm. And then you can lay in bed. Oh, Cuomo.
Don't you think he's better looking than the younger kid? Oh, you won't say.
I don't know.
How do you not know?
I don't know what makes a man good looking. We're all slobs, in my opinion. Yeah. And I don't ever look at a man and say, oh, he's a good looking guy. I don't have that. I know what makes a good looking woman.
Are you looking down my boobies?
And why are you covering? You saving it for Cuomo? If I recall a long time ago, we pissed off China. Think about that, says Andy Fremder. Elizabeth gets IV infusion with antibodies every week. I'm immune compromised. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so you can have my vial.
Ooh, they're sharing vials. That's kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
With that, everybody, it's time for us to go. Tonight at 6:30, Soul Space with Georgia. 9:45, Greg and the boys hanging out on Limo Talk. Right?
Yeah.
Why do I always feel I'm missing something? We're back tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll play a little Have You Ever tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be fun.
We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day.